Hello friends, what if the next president's tax plan could change your financial future? Did you know that nearly 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? With the upcoming presidential elections, two very different tax plans promise to reshape this reality. How will Kamala Harris's and Donald Trump's proposals impact your wallet? Let's dive into these plans to see what they mean for you. The US presidential race is on fire, and Kamala Harris is making waves. Recent polls show her leading Donald Trump by a narrow margin, 44% to 42%. This lead is significant, especially following the Republican convention and Biden's step down. Harris's campaign is fueled by a historic wave of endorsements and fundraising, pulling in a whopping $250 million shortly after Biden's announcement. But Trump and the Republican Party aren't sitting idle. They're launching strong attacks on Harris's campaign funds and her record, particularly on immigration. Despite this, Harris remains focused on the critical issues facing American families. Kamala Harris's tax plan centers on providing substantial relief to middle and lower income Americans while ensuring the wealthy contribute their fair share. Her proposal includes expanding Social Security, making the child tax credit permanent, and raising the minimum wage to a living wage. Harris aims to tackle the stark reality that 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck and 50% of seniors live on $30,000 or less. By expanding Social Security and raising benefits, she seeks to help elderly Americans cover essential expenses, including prescription drugs. Imagine Sarah, a young mother. During the American Rescue Plan, the child tax credit provided her with $300 a month per child, significantly easing her financial burden. Harris's plan aims to make this credit permanent, helping families like Sarah's. According to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, this credit helped reduce the childhood poverty by over 40%. Additionally, Harris advocates for raising the minimum wage, emphasizing that many Americans earn just $10 an hour, insufficient to cover basic living expenses. Her goal is to improve the financial stability of working families in the US. On the other hand, Donald Trump's tax plan focuses on maintaining and expanding the tax cuts from his first term. These cuts primarily benefited corporations and the wealthiest individuals with the aim of stimulating economic growth and job creation. Consider John, a small business owner who benefited from reduced corporate tax rates. Trump's plan promises further cuts, allowing businesses like John's to invest more in their operations, hire more employees, and pay higher wages. Trump argues that lower taxes on businesses and high-income earners will lead to an increased investment and economic expansion, benefiting all Americans. His plan includes further reductions in corporate tax rates and additional tax cuts for high-income earners. However, critics argue that his plan disproportionately benefits the wealthy and corporations, providing minimal relief to middle and lower income Americans. They contend that the promised benefits of these tax cuts have not yet trickled down, and income inequality has risen under his policies. For instance, according to the Tax Policy Center, the top 1% earners received nearly 60% of the benefits from Trump's 2017 tax cuts. The debate over the tax policy in this election is fundamentally about differing visions for the country's economic future. Kamala Harris's approach focuses on addressing income inequality, providing direct relief to working families, and ensuring the wealthy pay a fair share of their taxes. Her plan aims to create a more equitable society by investing in social programs and raising the minimum wage. With Trump's focus on economic stimulation through tax cuts, how does this compare to Harris's vision of income equality? Trump argues that his strategy will lead to increased investment, job creation, and higher wages, ultimately benefiting all Americans. Trump's plan reflects a belief in trickle-down economics, while the benefits of tax cuts for the wealthy and corporations are expected to flow down to the broader economy. Both candidates face challenges and criticisms regarding their tax plans. For Kamala Harris, the challenge is to convince voters that her proposed tax increases on the wealthy will not stifle economic growth. Critics argue that raising taxes on high-income earners and businesses could discourage investment and hinder job creation. Harris needs to demonstrate that her plan can address income inequality without negatively impacting the economy. For Donald Trump, the main criticism is that his tax cuts have disproportionately benefited the wealthy and corporations, providing minimal relief to middle and lower income Americans. Critics argue that the benefits of these tax cuts have not yet trickled down and income inequality has continued to rise. Trump needs to address these concerns and make a compelling case that his tax plan can lead to a sustained economic growth and widespread prosperity. As the presidential race heats up, tax policy will significantly impact Americans' lives. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump present starkly different visions. Harris aims to address income inequality, provide relief to working families, and ensure the wealthy pay their fair share of taxes. In contrast, Trump focuses on economic growth through tax cuts for businesses and high-income earners. Voters should consider which approach aligns with their values and their priorities. This election outcome will shape the nation's tax policy and economic landscape. Well folks, thanks for joining in on our discussion today. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Until then, stay safe and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.